Hey ARC fam, welcome back to the Community Podcast, your go-to spot for inspiration and impact. I'm 𝗀𝗙𝗊, coming to you from the heart of ARC Bacolod, where we're all about making a difference by the community for the community. To our first-time listeners, welcome. ARC is a non-profit based right here in Bacolod City. We are dedicated to community support powered by community involvement. Whether it's our ARC Help Drive for humanitarian aid, ARC Growth Avenue with enriching seminars, the ARC Clinic offering healthcare and mental health counseling, or the ARC Academy with after-school tutorials, we've got your needs covered. Interested in joining us? We're always looking for volunteers and partners that will help us make the community better.
And for today's episode, may ara naman kita, no? Another guests. They're from an organization. I'm sure nga kita maka-learn naman something and that we will be blessed and we will be inspired more on how we could be with the community, for the community. That's right, our dear ARC community. Allow me to introduce them to you. We have Ma'am Ailak and Sir Paulo of IMFACT Negros. Hello guys, how are you?
Hi, 𝗀𝗙𝗊.
Hi, 𝗀𝗙𝗊.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us here sa aton nga podcast non ARC. We're so happy that you are here. Kamusta ka mo?
Pleasure.
Yes. How are you feeling right now? How's life going on at this moment?
Okay, ako na lang. For me, life mo is isang ganap because I have different organizations, but I'm very blessed kay mas namold pagid ko how to be a sincere volunteer for the community.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Pao.
Couldn't agree more, Ailak. Actually, aside from being an adult, studying hard for, to itaguyod mong makagalingon, siguro the purpose that I've discovered is also through volunteerism. It makes lang yung fulfillment to do something not anchored sa profit or any sort of money. Just, the mere act of helping and knowing that even the small act of doing such a thing could create a ripple of effect to other
Yeah.
people. That's nice. That's fulfilling personally for me.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And of course, through IMFACT Negros as well, you're able to do that. Can you tell us about IMFACT?
Sige, gusto kasi Paolo ma-answer kay siya gani nagpapangalan sa
Oh, yeah, that's right. I believe IMFACT has a meaning, right?
It's quite mouthful, but
Okay.
let me gather
Go.
myself to
Go.
remember it. So, IMFACT Negros means initiative mobilized by facts, ascending communities toward truth. So, at its core, it's just about digital literacy and to promote factual information and make this information or make facts and digital literacy accessible to everyone, especially to communities that we often neglect or underserved, but definitely needs awareness still and knowledge, since everyone is universal, that every Filipinos kanino kalala ta may cellphone na, social media users na. So it's high time to make this digital literacy skill as accessible to everyone.
And to add with that, we are communication graduates. So, na-highlight gibi sa amin nga program the importance of information and factual information. So, there is a digital literacy siguro mas na-enhance yun naman ang amon mga knowledge and skills nga wala lang, hindi lang mo share sa amon self or sa amon professional work, kundi sa community also.
Awesome. I believe IMFACT is pag-ulang, di ba?
Yep.
Like, ano nakadugay sa IMFACT subong?
It was last year.
Right?
Last
Actually,
year.
we're running a year now, almost a year. It was born out of being us master trainers for Break the Fake movement, and through the ASEAN Digital Literacy Program supported by Google. Yeah, it was born out of that project or initiative by the national international organization. And in fact, Negros is a localized version, reaching more realistic people that is near in terms of geographical to ours, yeah, emotionally near.
Parang ang focus naman is grassroots na of the community.
Ikaw, ano, teaching digital literacy here in Negros. So far, in IMFACT, it's kamo pa lang kasugod, right? It's like,
Nang I think hindi ko sure yung iba na pero sa may under the Break the Fake movement, no? Do diri sa aton sa may Bacolod.
I think may mga as far as I recall, may mga fellows, mga kami nga master trainers nga
Yeah, may away sila.
a few, I believe, nga Bacolod nons. Pero I'm pretty sure na Negrosanons, may mga taga Sipalay, and on their own communities then they are reaching out and expanding the skills of digital literacy sa ilang communities. Pero in terms of siguro sa Bacolod, ang personally yung presence pa lang naman na feel in terms of advocating for this cause.
Okay, so kumbaga si Break the Fact movement,
Break the fake.
Break the Fake, sorry. Break the Fake movement is kumbaga Philippines na siya, and kumbaga si IMFACT Negros is under that movement.
Exactly.
And how about Digitalino? Paano na siya na-connect si Digitalino and IMFACT, I believe, maging sugoda na. Can you
So
tell us?
actually, everything started again with ASEAN Foundation's
Okay.
Digital Literacy Program.
Yeah.
So ang foundation ngayon na mobilizes ang mga different Southeast Asian nations towards digital literacy and pang capacitate sila sa mga organizations sa different nation. So sa Philippines, isa sa mga organizations si Break the Fake movement.
Okay.
So ang ilang core nga project is Digitalino or Digital Talino. So, si Break the Fake movement nakapacitate naman again sa mga master trainers nga magatudlo sa digital literacy sa grassroots na gid sa community. And hence, IMFACT Negros.
Why do we need to have this, like, why do you teach, why do you push this advocacy, especially here in Negros?
Siguro we've learned it in the hard way and also through experiences of others. When we go into data and statistics, 51% of Filipinos cannot determine what is fake news and what contents or social media contents that are fake news. That's according to Social Weather Station. And if you consider that with a reference nga like 90 million, roughly 90 million of Filipinos are social media users, that's alarming. Kay more than half of social media users are consuming Facebook, anything ng mga social media platforms, but the contents, they're not sure if they're
Tuod-tuod bala, masaligan.
masaligan or if masaligan man gid bala. Still ano japon susceptible japon bala for mistakes.
Yeah.
And not everyone has access for information nga or for discernment nga ay sakto ning content kay kakita ko sa Facebook ay duha ka sara ani I have to fact check this.
Yeah.
So I think it was born out of that gap bala of that social gap that we thought it's a need. It's actually ano na late na since we've been in this generation nga dependent na sa social media and sa internet and yeah.
It's like everything they see online, they believe it. It's like a lot of people just, ay, amo ni, share dasan sa group chat nila. So, amo ni, nagalesa nagpratol na tanan, kay gali, hindi man matuod. So, yeah, how do you like reach out to them nga paano sila paano sila mapaintindi nga dapat they need to learn how to like fact check things.
So sa IMFACT Negros, we do workshops, no? Different na sa nga mga, I think, PowerPoint presentations or different ka mga resources para makater in different audiences. Because different audiences, lain-lain man bi ang ilang needs also, social backgrounds nila. So, managing gaan kami resources for that nga mabagay sa ila. And through that workshop is very parang audience friendly sa
Yeah.
nga maka-gets gid sang different demographics man kaludra sa mo na nga journey, no, natudloan sila naman how to be digitally, no, not only lamang verify facts ka but also how to be a responsible digital citizen. Kay dapat hindi lang ikaw ang gina-feed sang information nga mag-fact check ka. Ikaw mismo sa self mo kabalo ka nga kung ikaw maghatag information, it is factual also and verified.
That's right. Kung anong i-post mo dara, you need to know nga, gana, kumbaga you did your own research as you learn it before you put out there sa tawag tang internet, because when you post something, it's there.
Yeah, forever.
Nadaaraan siya forever.
Even though you can delete it, other people would just remember it. And even you, nga ikaw ang poster, mas matatak man actually sa imo. And sometimes if you don't know how to manage your emotions, your mental health, it will be there to become your identity. And that's the worst thing that should not happen to us.
Tawag nila nga digital footprint ko na wala.
Totoo.
It's there forever. It's like, bisan mabal mo nga gindelete mo, pero at the back of your mind, hala, people have seen it. People might have a screenshot of it. And ikaw mismo, hala, nahambal ko to. Yeah. In your personal, have you ever had like an experience nga, wait lang, though, hala, delete ko ni, though hindi na siya mo. Have you ever had that experience, or maybe know someone nga doon nakashare sa inyo regarding that?
I think for me, kisa sa convey, like, if mag-share ko,
Mhm.
and then, sang isa ka, news, tapos, nagbutang mo ka sa own opinion ko, gina-make sure ko gud per me nga ang opinion ko is also respectful, and hindi siya bala degrading also sa source of news kag kung ano man ang different groups or demographics. So, dapat, respectful and as well as factual gid, especially pag igali sa mga typographical errors, data statistics. So, and name of persons kay someone actually sa journalism, when we took that course, important kina especially the dates. Kag mo
Yeah.
pag ginagali, if mag-post ka lang tawon po ang dates kay basi nagbutang ka to nga nag-post ka nga wala klase sini nga adlaw kami bagyo tapos 2022 pa siya gali. So, amo na mga follow checking pag ganoon. So, beware of it, like sa mga tanan na ginapang posting mo, even your captions also. Ikaw ya pa.
Siguro, not really my experience, pero, sa previous job ko, 'cause I've worked sa government man and especially sa information sector, Blahaw. I think, kay ang people, especially the Bacolod noons, na medyo of course, they rely on us for the information, for anything that's surrounds, updates sa Bacolod and all. So, medyo sensitive kami in terms of other users nga ginakuha ang amon nga collateral, ang online collaterals and, manipulate it and edit it nga
Daila.
daila and then change drastically gid ang information to mislead people. Like for example, ang mga ano na
No
siya like
thanks.
no fastest do ano pa na siya hindi pa na siya sang raw ka damaging pero sometimes may mga like weathers na gid balhaw.
Mhm.
And then mga like collaborating against other people. And yeah, that's it. Maka-realize gud siya nga like there are people nga opportunista. Kag they just want to affect or yeah, take against other people's advantage.
This is like, kumbaga nga muni nga mga parts is like mostly for formal, mga news, right? Kung anong mga importante, mga facts na that needs to be, kung ba, inform ang public ba, the communities, especially in mga netizens natin nga tawag, no? And how can we advise naman like sa mga like, example, mga personal lang ang mga like, how they, put out there on the internet. It's like, how can you,
I think the very basic, think before you click.
mm,
Think before you click. You have to know what you post. You have to really have hindi lang second guess or second thought. Run through multiple times of putting it out. Okay,
yeah.
yes, going back to discussion pa, even though you can undo it, wala kami mga delete naman nga options. Still, may digital footprint kada nga natuwag nga nabili na gid siya. And ang kontra mo actually imo kaugalingon, how will you improve yourself from the past mistake that you've made? So, yeah, think before you click.
And as well as to make sure gid nga ang gina-post mo or ginapang-share mo is it respectful? Is it verified? Is it legit? So, ikaw mismo, introspective ka man or ma-introspection ka sa self mo nga kung ano ang mga ginapang-post mo or is it helpful? Is it destructive? So, dapat hindi lang ka panamdaman kung naka-post na ko, baka ko likes or baka ka shares. It's just that ano ang ma-feed sa ulo, sa mind, sa makabasa sini.
Definitely agree with you, Aya. May tinatawag tabi nga three forms of fake news. Kumbaga like disinformation, malinformation, and misinformation. Siguro I can agree kay Aya kay kasi what you share also is factual, ma'am. It's based on truth. Pero it could be used against someone. This information could be taken out of context para to attack a certain person.
Yeah.
So that's what we call malinformation.
Okay. Mga information. May ginatawag na nga freedom of speech mo. Mahambal
Yes.
sila, ay, ako man account ya, I can post whatever I want. Like,
Yeah.
pag gusto ko,
Amo na 'no, siguro mga madam freedom ko ni, but it's just that I think may limitations man ta. Because may law nga tagal actually for cyber, for libel, amo na. So, I think may freedom ka, pero you really have to know also or to respect the laws man.
May fine line gid.
Yeah.
So, what's the vision of IMFACT Negros? Since you, kumbaga, building kasugod pa lang kita mo, maybe how do you see IMFACT Negros in like a couple of years? What's
Mission.
For me, I see in fact Negros in a couple of years nga hindi lang kami ni Pau
Mhm.
ang galakat sa community, pero mayara na kami mga other master trainers nga upod namo or mga volunteers nga upod namo nag-advocate for digital literacy. We go to different communities, whether it be urban or rural. Amo na, and makita naman ang mga bata mismo or ang mga nanay, tatay, manda nga makitaan or mahatagan sang education for digital literacy, mismo sila gina-practice nila sa ilang day-to-day living.
Definitely sustainability ang mga atong ginakapitan, sustainability. Hindi na namang gusto nga amon-amon lang ang advocacy. We want to reach the people, especially mga communities nga underserved, not only reach them but hopefully capacitate them to make para ba magbata
Yeah.
ang purpose, ang core sang IMFACT Negros and digital literacy at large.
We just hope to really walk the talk lang.
Mm.
Gina.
So for this 1 year, almost 1 year, ano na ang so far nahimo ni IMFACT? I've seen sa inyo nga social pages nga you've done seminars, workshops, I believe. Can you share with us if mga communities nga na-reach niyo na so far?
Sige, ang ano ko ni answer si Paolo kay siya gini ang nag-suggest sang first naman nga
Oh, anong pinaka-first?
Actually, not so much naman so far, pero we're very humbled and proud man sa progress namon. Running into a year now sa amon nga IMFACT Negros. Ang first namon nga na-reach is Balay Silangan Reformation Center. So,
Mm.
this one is parang they're from ano na siya ng government nga center that caters for drug reformists, kumbaga. Drug reformists. So, people who have been undergone like influence of drugs or
Mhm.
like mga pushers, they are in here for rehabilitations. They've undergone a lot of mga basic life skills, mga spiritual workshops also,
and self-reflection.
reflection, and we reach them for to add certain of ingredient naman kumbaga, which is digital literacy. Kay before sila nagpa-rehab, they are also social media users. And I think it's very universal to have a skill nga you know how to discern what you consume online. And yeah, siguro to empower them na even though they are still limited in a sense of space, in a sense of what they can do, pero when they go out, hopefully they can have a purpose, not just physically sa ilang environment, but you know how they navigate online world.
Yeah.
Kay wala man gapili actually ang evil eyes.
Yeah, ang share ko lang man, ang isa po ka-beneficiary naman is the students from Kabakungan National High School Masulog Extension. That's in La Castellana. So Paolo and I, we traveled for like 2 to 3 hours to reach that school.
Wow.
So kung sa feeling kay Arab lang ang digital literacy nga education, it's not limited lang sa mga metropolitan areas. Diba? Kung may gina-capacitate, kailangan mas trainers nga willing man also to educate them. And kay wala lang nag-stop sa talk, we also inspire the students nga sila mismo maghimo sa project nga digital literacy nga sila man mismo gatudlo or ga-share sa amo ng education.
You're able to
sa ilang
echo that.
schoolmates. Yes. Amo na.
Through the guidance of our ma'am
Just a clarity naman ang ilang
who is teaching also media literacy, no?
yes.
Kay ang si media literacy part na sang curriculum man sang high school ta eh. So, it really helps kung may dugang information o baga-aran sa curriculum, they learn more. Kasi through programs such as, from IMFACT and other organizations, teaching and, spreading or doing this advocacy on digital literacy. So far, yun, mga students and also some
May
like,
isa pagkikimendo yun,
ang
ang lang
video.
latest lang. Or we were invited sa Carlos Salado Memorial University sa Talisay, State University sa Talisay. We were invited to to speak, to do workshop sa student leaders sa 4 campuses, right, no? 4 campuses. So, Talisay, Binalbagan, Alihis, Fortune Town.
Yeah.
So, it was a enriching experience man kay different naman nga kumbaga demographic.
Oo.
So, we opt to have a different approach coming from drug reformists, from far-flung areas nga schools and students. This one different naman nga approaches. So, personally, challenging siya, but still we are anchored sa core gid namon to to share the advocacy of truthfulness and to be guided sa social media use with facts.
Mhm.
Yes.
In teaching digital literacy, what's the challenge? Kumbaga, it's like for you personally. Anong mga challenges? So like, of course, 'di ba? Different demographics such as that. How do you approach them? What type of approaches ang like kina-prepare?
I think first for the challenge is that kung ano ang gidang purpose ng digital literacy and values ang digital literacy sa kabuhi nila. Kasi ba sila nga need ko pa magtuon man. I can do Facebook on my own. I can tweet on my own. I can post pictures on my own or share mga sources online on my own. Nuka mo na. But digital literacy is more than that. It's hambal ko, it's not only nga ikaw kabalo ka mag-fact check or verify fast, but ikaw mismo sa self mo kabalo ka mag-apply na kung ikaw na ang source of information. So, it's just that napabalo na sila nga, this is the value of digital literacy sa imong kabuhi. For the approach
Mm.
nato.
Siguro personally challenging siya to. I agree with that kay to correlate sa approaches. uh, it's hard or it's not really hard, but you have to really study ang backgrounds ng imo bilang imo nga learners. Because of course different demographics, different approach, but it's more than that. It's more than meets the eye. You have to know where they're coming from, anong naagyan nila on a personal level, and you have to be on that level also. Kay makakadagdag ako sa mga examples wala sa about sa social media navigation nga hindi man sila relate kay they have never been done that before or di man nila na habit. So those things to really make them realize siguro nga fake news is not just targeted alone sa mga learners nga wala gyud bala knowledge about fact checking or those nga under siya sa laylayan or socioeconomic status nga hindi sila accessible, mga communities nga hindi accessible sa information like this or sa mga advocacy like this. Fake news is a virus nga highly targeted to all socioeconomic status. So, bisan pigado ka or manggaranon ka, it's targeted to you. Maalam ang fake news, it could infiltrate sa imong mga social media use without you knowledging it or without you knowing it. So, I think that's it. Mm.
Kumbaga ikaw kung ano kung dasig ka lang makumbinsi, you will believe it right away.
I actually personally admit nga kasi
Makadala ka man, oo.
nakadala ka gid siya, especially sa AI pagkasubo nga very intricate,
Diba?
sophisticated ang mga contents. It's very hard to discern kung factual niya ang content, how much more other people
Yeah.
nga wala pa gid yung knowledge about it.
It's like madala ka sa mga magagandang word, magagandang structures, kay tungod ka formal tan-awon, kay gali ay hindi gali
Gali.
legit. Yeah. Kumbaga, and when it comes to digital literacy, hindi lang siya ang matangambal mo gani mes no nga like mag-fact check, but kumbaga how you put yourself out there as well in the internet.
Yes.
And for IMFACT Negros, you are doing this voluntarily. You are doing this to reach community so that they may be informed, right? How does it make you feel being able to do this such purpose nimo? Mission nyo man diri for the community. Anong feeling for you guys?
For me, it's really being truth bearers.
Truth.
Kay
Yes, I like
siguro sa communication kami, we were taking the course, damo ibis sa mga challenges really, no? Being a communication student, like in journalism, in broadcasting, in film, in different aspects of communication. But the number one lang gid or the main core of everything, it's bearing the truth.
truth.
So, na sa IMFACT Negros. Yeah.
Fulfilling actually, fulfilling to have this advocacy na hindi siya guided or anchored bala sa profits, sa money, just for volunteerism. And I think dira namon na measure ang amon nga core, amon nga principle sa life nga at early age, at a young age nga fresh grad pa lang kami, we are anchored sa amon nga communication degree nga hindi lang ni about doing marketing or
Or advertising.
writing or advertising. You have to anchor your communication for development for communities. You have to even the slightest nga contribution, you have to make a change.
A change in the world, little difference that you could change. Yeah, you could make in the world. Gali na. They say no, if you're willing to do something for free, like to volunteer, that's your passion.
Yeah.
I believe, amo gana. Itong habang mo damis nga truth bearers, it's like, it's not just what you speak to them, what you teach them, but it's something that you live. Man,
Yeah, what you live by. Oo.
Mm.
Tsakta gina.
And I'm sure that, so far with your different experiences na giving out workshop and seminars, I'm sure that there are, especially youth, no? Especially at this time, the youth gidya ang, I like don't need to be, matuluan sini, and they need to be really aware of this because, so na, masyadong ka
Native, gid ba? Tako di sila. So,
Sure.
they're the most, knowledgeable and flexible in
Yeah.
terms of this advocacy of knowing by essence ang digital literacy or ang navigating social media and yeah, they're the most, kumbaga,
Expose sila eh.
exposed.
So, IMFACT
Yes.
Negros. IMFACT Negros of Digitalino. That's for the Philippines. And you are trying to reach different communities, teaching them about digital literacy and so much more of that. Can you share with our community how can they contact you if they're willing to, how can they be part of IMFACT as we advocate digital literacy in Negros?
So, with the question, how can you connect? Two things siguro. If you're a community or organization, you can kindly reach us for collaboration. We'll do our best to maximize both our resources to reach your community or the people that you want to help in terms of educating about digital literacy, how to fight against disinformation, those kind of things. Definitely reach out to us. And if you're an individual interested man also to learn about this advocacy, definitely we're open for volunteers. We'll definitely share our knowledge. And if hindi pa available ang both parties, kumbaga, you can do your homeworks man and research about fact checking, about things on how to navigate social media healthy, yung about social media hygiene, all of that, so that may briefer na kumbaga about the advocacy and post na lang pala kumbaga mag-connect in terms of where can we offer our services.
Yes, so and then if we have opportunities man if ever nga maga-open for another master trainers nga magatudlo digital literacy, we will glad good to share sa among social media accounts man kag mga workshops namon. So just stay tuned.
So that's IMFACT Negros on Facebook. So just search that up, IMFACT Negros, and then contact nyo lang dara sila and they will be so happy to receive ang inyong mga messages, support as well for this advocacy of digital literacy. Thank you so much, Ms. Ayla. Thank you so much, Sir Paulo, for joining us here. Indeed, IMFACT Negros is just one of the many communities, doing volunteer work for other communities as well. And we are so happy here at ARC as well to be working with you, and hopefully we'll be able to, do much other collaborations together as we be in service to the community.
Yes.
Our dear ARC community, thank you so much for joining us for this another episode. It has been a blessing, and I hope that all of you have learned something na naman, diba, sa subong adlaw, and I hope that you have been inspired to continue going out and to continue making yourself available in service to others. So once again, this is the Community Podcast by ARC Bacolod, where everything is done by the community for the community.